Hello, hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? Please say hi in the comment section and let me know where you are joining me from. My name is Flora Basie. I am a digital accessibility expert and founder at Linoratech. Linoratech is an incredible company that helps organizations and professionals with accessibility training, accessibility audit, and accessibility strategy. Now, today I want to talk to you about leading with impact. And I have yes, three fantastic keys which are going to help you be more confident in accessibility. Now, if you're joining me now, just say hi in the comment section and don't be shy. We are all friends, so this is a very safe place. So, engagement, I think it's really important because as you engage, instead of just being a passive listener, you will get so much more from this session. All right, deal? Okay. All right, so let's talk about the three important keys that can help you have better confidence when you are leading accessibility project or when you are advocating for accessibility. I have a perfect story to tell you about. So it's quite a funny story, but it will illustrate well the lesson that I am about to share with you. So it's funny. Years ago, way back in the day, I was super passionate about going and learning about technology. I wanted to be a website developer, but my mom said no. She strongly believed, and not her fault, at that time, technology was more of a man field than women. So she felt like technology was not appropriate for this young lady who just wanted her to be a developer. So she said no. We went back and forth, and I convinced her, she accepted, and then she threw something big. So, just to give you a little bit of context very quickly, I was born and raised in a small country called Burkina Faso, and we do speak French. Oui, je parle français. Donc, so she asked me to go learn about technology in an English speaking country, Ghana. And perhaps some of you have heard about Ghana. If you heard about Ghana, put Ghana in the comment section. I just want to make sure to see if some of you already have heard about Ghana or perhaps you heard about Burkina Faso. But if you haven't, that's not a problem. So let's go back very quickly to the story so that it will show you exactly how important the three keys I'm about to share are. So, to go back to the story, my mom said, "Oh, I need you to go to Ghana to learn English, and then you can learn about web development." There were not too many classes or school around web development that were very, very good in my country at that time. So Ghana was one of them, uh, the country that had good university and colleges around technology. I was not happy with that decision. um, to be honest with you, and please don't share it with anybody else, I was failing in English. Like I had so much C's in English that I didn't really bother to learn about English. It was hard for me. It was definitely hard for me. But because I really wanted to go to get into technology, I've decided to just go ahead. So this is what happened and gave me like the awareness around the power of the keys I'm about to share with you. Number one, I started learning more about English once I arrived in Ghana because I didn't have any more choices. I had to learn English in order to learn my courses at school, and I had to learn very quickly how to understand English and how to communicate in English. So that was my very first thing. The second thing I've learned very quickly is that I've noticed that when I am surrounded by people who speak English, it became a little bit more easy for me because even though I was still making mistakes, they were very encouraging, inspiring, and so much more. And I also watch a lot of TV show in English. I had no choices anyway. Most of the channel in Ghana were in English, so I had to learn very quickly, and I enjoyed movies. So that was another motivation. The third thing that happened was about applying my knowledge, and that gave me so much impact in the courses and created more success for me. Now, when we talk about moving accessibility, right, leading with impact, I want to describe how those three keys will play and help you in your own journey. I hope everyone is fine with that. If yes, put yes in the comment. I can't see much. I don't know what is happening. But anyway, I will probably imagine that you are saying yes in the comment, and let's move on, okay? So, number one, what you need to create more confidence in accessibility, in leading with accessibility, is to learn. Very, very important. Learning, you cannot escape it. You need to learn. The first recommendation I have when it comes to learning and creating more confidence is to learn about the WCAG standards. So WCAG, which is the um, web accessibility. Uh, there you go. See, I have a blank now. The Web Content Accessibility Guideline will give you enough information to ensure that products are built with accessibility in mind. Now, when it comes to the WCAG, there are guidelines, there are principles, and there are criteria. One thing that you need to know is that when we are talking about WCAG, there are three levels: A, double A, and triple A. Now, I'm not gonna go ahead and tell you exactly what each of them means, but just so you know, WA has a quick set of guidelines that will be crucial for most people with disabilities. That's A. Double A will include A and double A with additional guidelines, and triple A will go a little bit higher to even make your website, your product very inclusive to all clients with a disability. So it's adding a great layer of accessibility in the product. Again, you can read all of that information online. There are free resources. Maybe you're already taking courses that explain this part as well. But yes, number one is all about learning and understanding. When you learn and understand, you can have more confidence. All right. If you get what I'm saying, please put confidence in the comment section. It's just that I love when I am sharing information that I can see also people engaging. That kind of show that I'm not the only one on that platform, if that makes sense anyway. All right. The next thing that you need to learn and understand to have more confidence is really about surrounding yourself or creating an incredible network of accessibility advocate, maybe accessibility leaders, or maybe, there is a lot you can do. As I was telling you in my previous story, my little story, I said when I was within the network, the circle, the area, and surrounded by English speaking people, it gave me so much strength to learn faster and to communicate very well in English. So when you surround yourself with a good network of advocate in accessibility, you will grow very quickly your confidence. Indeed, I have done the same myself when I was in Africa, when I was in the States, when I was in Canada. I was always connecting with incredible people in the accessibility field, and that gave me good update, gave me strategy, gave me, real cases. Like when you speak with people also with disabilities, you hear stories that you might not be able to find, right, in some of the document that you are using to learn more about principles, guidelines, and so much more. I see Joanna is here. Hi, Joanna. How are you doing? I am so happy that you made it through. So happy to have you here. And again, guys, if you feel like this session is valuable, please put a like, press the like button, press a thumbs up, press a love, just press something. All right. And it's so funny. Today I'm standing. Yes, I am standing to talk to you. Usually I'm sitting down and so much more, but it's quite fun. Like I can move left, I can move right, I can do whatever. But let's go back to the story and the lesson. So the second case really around surrounding yourself with incredible people who love and advocate for accessibility. A few people to keep in mind is well, there are a lot of people. I know last time I had an incredible guest with me, Brandon Gilbert. He is deaf. He is a passionate advocate in accessibility, and he is a manager. So come on, guys, there is no excuse. Go on social media, connect with people you like, and I would probably say if we are not friends now, please connect with me as well, as I am always talking about accessibility and sharing good value. Hopefully that helps. Now, how do you go about networking with incredible people, incredible advocate in accessibility? It's quite simple. One thing, you can go to conferences. That's one way. The second way, you can probably just attend a few webinars or maybe some workshop, and that will give you also an opportunity maybe to, discuss with people, share information, and receive valuable information. The other thing that you can do is also maybe go to invite, right? You can invite a few people that are advocate influencers in accessibility to join, for example, some of the initiatives you have within your organizations. Sometimes you may have a person really advocating for accessibility within your organization, but maybe adding more people will give more perspective and value to your team and to the leaders as well. I find that to be very, very impactful, especially if you feel like you do not have confidence yet in accessibility. Inviting guest speakers might give you more confidence, right? Because you can take the role of a reporter, and then they will be talking, sharing, and you can ask them questions that probably you had in mind, or maybe your audience had in mind. And this will remove a little bit of, the pressure on your shoulder and put it on the shoulder of an expert who will be really glad to share with everyone. And I see that Joanna said something. Let me read that very quickly. I definitely need to attend more conferences in person. Yes, Joanna, you have to put that in your calendar. Look for some of the conferences that probably are in your area, or there could be some conferences that will be a little bit far. But here's the thing, always try to put those kind of events or opportunity in your calendar. I've noticed that when I don't put something in my calendar, I tend to miss it altogether. And I'm like, snap, I forgot about this. So make sure that when you're planning, you add all of those elements in your calendar. If you are planning on inviting guests who are incredible advocates and speakers, for example, in your organization, make sure you connect with them. They will be happy. Like, if you want to invite me, I am coming to your organization. I'll be just more than happy to help with your initiatives. But yes, connect with guests, invite them, and put all of that information in your calendar. Make it a habit to immerse yourself, to always check a content that is related to accessibility. The more you see that information around you, it's going to be like me surrounded by people speaking English only. It will inspire you. It will help you get faster to be more impactful within your organization. I hope this makes sense, and if it does, please say surrounding in the comment section. All right, let's talk now about the third point, the third key, which I think is the holy grail. I definitely think that without that key, like if you go and learn, if you go and connect, and you don't do number three, you may as well forget about everything that you've done. I am very serious. Now, let me tell you, do you know what is the third key? What do you think it's so important to have in mind? And please play along, just drop something. What do you think is the next important key that you need to have? Well, the next important key that you need to have is execution. Simply execution. If you agree with me, please put execution in the comment section. Again, even if you're watching this as a recording, still play along, still drop your information, still drop your comment, as I am always happy to go back and read information and respond also to questions. So if you have any question as well, feel free, just drop them in the comment section. All right. Perfect. So I'm so happy to do that. So execution. Learning without action is nothing, right? Making connection and not applying, like you're keeping the information for yourself because of fear, because you are feeling that you probably need more knowledge in order to share with people. I am here to tell you, uh-uh, we're not doing that. You need to execute with what you have, okay? At the place where you are. The journey of accessibility is always ongoing. As we are all learning about WCAG, before it was 2.0, it moved to 2.1. Lately, we got a 2.2 release. There is a WCAG3 coming. So can you notice that trend? Can you notice that trend? It's just moving that way. Okay. So for you to say, I wanna fluoride, I know what you're saying is right, but I need more time. I need more time to wrap my head around around my knowledge around accessibility. I don't feel confident to go ahead and start talking to my team, or start, engaging with this or that. I am telling you, right now is the right time to just put into practice everything that you've learned so far. Hi, Ariel. I'm so happy to see you here. He said, great talk. Thank you, Ariel. And please don't forget to click on the like button. It will mean a lot to me. Now, let's talk very quickly. If you don't practice, you won't see much result. Okay? That's just what it is. If you don't, you won't see much result. I rather want you to start advocating, start practicing. You might notice that you will fail, you might notice that you are making mistakes, but that's okay. Let me tell you a quick story just to illustrate that part. Can you believe that a baby, right? A baby was born and growing up and looking at his brothers and sister running across the room feel like, I want to walk, I want to run. But at this stage, the little one just crawl, right? He's crawling or she's crawling. It will take time for that baby to become a walker. And guess what happened? As they try to find balance, right? Well, I'm pretending to balance right now. As they're trying to find balance, right? And it takes few steps, they might tumble, they might fall down, right? They might even hurt themselves. But the baby doesn't say, well, I am not meant to be a walker. I am definitely just a crawler. The baby doesn't say that. So I want to encourage you, even if you're making mistakes, it's okay. Why? Because you are going to be a walker. It doesn't matter. It's just a question of time. So as you make mistake, as you learn from your mistake, as you modify, improve, you will be so confident in the field of accessibility, so much that even if something comes your way and you're not aware of it, you will confidently say to the person, oh, that's a good question. Let me think about it and come back to you. Or you may say, oops, that's a good question. I don't have much knowledge around this subject, but let me research on that and I will come back to you. Your confidence level will allow you to grab any information that may not be in your mind at this point of time. But the way you respond to people with kindness, of course, it's not like, oh, why are you asking me this question? Don't be defensive. Confidence does not have room for defensiveness. But of course, it's a feeling that everyone have. But as you grow up with your confidence level, you will notice that you don't have to know everything. You just have to make sure to learn every day, to surround yourself with great people that are inspiring you, that are nurturing you, that are sharing value with you, that are encouraging you. And you just have to make sure to execute. Practice action. It's so important in order to see result. If you keep all of that information, if you keep all of that connection within you, trust me, your results won't change. Your company results won't change. In order for you to be best in the field of accessibility, in order for you to lead impactful with impact, you need to practice. You need just to execute. And I hope this is making sense. I've learned it very quickly as I was trying. Like, well, I still make a lot of mistakes when I'm speaking in English. But I think that from where I was to where I am right now is probably better, right? Can you hear me? Can you understand me when I'm communicating? My daughter, she's 8 years old. She's still correcting me. She said, Mommy, that's not how you say this. Mommy, that's not how you say that. But I think that from where I was to where I am, it's like night and day. So I am definitely just telling you, learn, never stop learning, connect, never stop connecting. Even if you are fearful, do it anyway. Whatever mistake you will have, you will get the chance to improve that approach, that initiatives, that strategy. You have a long journey in front of you. So do not hold back. Okay? Do not hold back. Go for it, make mistake and correct them. In just a few weeks, few days, few months, few years, you will be astonishing by the progress, by the impact you will have within your organization, within your company. I see Joanna said something. She said, it makes complete sense. It's so important to practice the skills in order to teach accessibility. So true. So true. I agree. It's so important. And I think that we all have fears, right? The same way it's raining on everyone on this planet Earth. Everyone have fear. When you see people being confident, they're not confident because they are born confident. Uh-uh. No, no. They are learning to trust either the process, either the skills they have, either the network they have. They are pushing themselves oftentimes out of comfort zone to master a skill. Sometimes they acknowledge they make mistake, but they also acknowledge that they can learn quickly from those mistakes. And that's really the difference between a person who want to lead with impact and a person who just close off and say, that's not that I can't do that. That's not my field. I'm not sure. Surround yourself with the right people, and you will notice that your confidence level will really go higher. The way you will be leading teams, initiatives, and projects around accessibility will also be impacted. Not only in accessibility, if I have to be very candid with you, if you allow me, can I be candid with you? If it's okay, just put candid in the comment section. I I don't want to. um, so if you allow me to be candid with you, the three keys I have just shared with you: learning, networking, and executing are keys that will also impact other areas in your own journey. Yes, Joanna, thank you for allowing me to be candid. It will impact other areas in your journey. Accessibility is just one part of what you're doing. You are probably a mom, a dad, a leader, an entrepreneur, or you are a brother, right? A sister, a daughter, right? A son. So, whenever you use those three keys in the role you have, in the initiatives you have, in the identity you have, you, my friend, will always have great impact. I hope this is really helping somebody. Oftentimes when I'm sharing some case, people will say, oh, Flora, this is cute, this is nice for accessibility. No, no, no. It's really, those are true keys for any other area. As I was sharing, I used those same keys when I wanted to learn and speak fluently in English. And now I am bringing back those keys for you to lead with impact when it comes to accessibility and having more confidence. I hope this is helping everyone. And if you have any question, just let me know. The other thing that I want to share very quickly, as yes, is you will probably, some of you will say, well, Flora, maybe you were already confident. I'm an introvert, and I can't really do that. That's okay. There are different ways of communicating. An introvert can also find a good way of communicating. Sometimes communication just comes from a passion, from interest, and you don't have to communicate the same way everyone does, right? That's why I am celebrating diversity and inclusion, and hopefully your company is also celebrating diversity, inclusion, and equity around, because I think that having a shift in the culture will allow everyone to be very authentic and bringing extra value in the company. All right. I hope this was helpful. I can see that I am on the top of the. My time is almost over, but it was really, really good to have you. And again, if you have any question, if you need to connect with me, just let me know. One thing that I want to say very quickly is that there are a lot of trainings out there, but if you need a tailored training for your organization, for your team, please let me know. All right, I will see you next time, and please, hopefully, those three keys will be very valuable to you and helpful. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.